Don't tell me that you love me if you ain't gon' die for me. You can stay the fuck around me if you ain't gon' ride for me. Told me you would never leave, how can you just lie to me? Get from off your knees, you ain't gotta cry to me. I been giving all my love. Tell me, do you feel it?
What is up, YouTube? It is YM Glowing, and I'm back with another video. But today we're gonna be having this dumbass story time about the time I cheated on my ex nigga with his cousin. Yeah, it sound funny. Yeah, it sound weird, but oh well, nigga, it's giving me likes and comments, so who cares? But what we finna be talking about is a story time. It's just hella retarded. So I had this nigga, this ex nigga. I didn't really pay no mind to him. I didn't really care about him. I wasn't really fucking with him like that. I was just using him for certain shit. Because if niggas can use females, why can't females use niggas? You feel me? So it's like, it was a win-win. So, me and this nigga, whatever, we was dating at the time. We was cool, woo. I had lightweight feelings, but not heavy feelings. I wasn't heavy set on, oh, this my nigga. Like, you feel me? But his cousin, though, his cousin was hella fine. I mean, his cousin was big, too, but he was hella fine. He was hella fine. So, we're gonna call this nigga M. We're gonna call him M and call my ex nigga, we'll call him A. So, A and M was cousins or whatever. I guess they knew each other for a long time and they just called each other family. But, feel me, nigga, his cousin was way finer than him. Way finer than him. So, one day, me and my ex nigga get into an argument. And it goes bad. Like, not really go bad, but like, it's bad. So, my mama had to go to the doctor since she was going to her doctor's appointment or whatever. And she was like, oh, you want to come with me? Because I heard you and so-and-so got into an argument. I was like, oh, yeah, I need a break or whatever. I was like, I'm finna dip and I'm finna go with my mama. He said, oh, that's cool. Whatever. So, he the type of nigga, like, even if you mad or even if we got into an argument, he would still blow up my phone to see where I'm at, where I'm going, who I'm with. He was a controlling ass nigga. So, he blew up my phone. He was like, oh, where you at? When you coming home? Da-da-da-da, because we lived together at the time, which was a big-ass mistake, but, hey, you never know somebody till you live with them. So he got mad, and he was like, oh, where you at? Blah, 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 bring your ass home, shit like that. So I'm thinking he's just like the type of nigga to control somebody, so I want to see if he really gives a fuck about me. So I take it in my own hands. I got his cousin's number. His cousin been trying to fuck with me. I'm like, let me see what his cousin on. And if his cousin tell him that I'm talking to him, I want to see his reaction when I step a foot in that door and I get home. So we on the freeway on my way home. There's traffic like a little bit or whatever. So I'm texting his cousin. I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, what's up with it? I'm like, nothing, just chilling in the car. He's like, oh, you ain't with A? And I was like, nah. Me and him got into an argument and I'm on my way home now. But I went to bring my mama to her doctor's appointment so I can get like a little break and get away. He was like, oh, okay, that's what's up or whatever, what happened. So I explained to him what happened. We had gotten into an argument because my ex A, he ate a lot. Like, he ate a lot of fucking food. And he the type of nigga to lie about dumb shit. So when we would confront him about certain shit he would eat, he would lie and say, nah, I didn't eat that, just to make himself, like, look innocent. But he really was getting caught up in his own lies. So that morning, my mama had confronted him because I guess he had a bowl of something to eat and he had like 2 rolls of crackers when that's not necessary for all that. And then my mama was complaining about it because my mom likes to look out for our health and our weight and shit. Yeah, I'm chunky myself, but I've always been chunky. That's why my nickname is Buddha, because that's how I've always been. But for him, it was different because he was way bigger than me. He's pushing at least 500 pounds right now. At least I'd say a cool 4 or something right now. But my mama was like, my mom took it as a duty to look at him like a son, so she was always trying to look out for him and me. So she was always concerned about the shit we were eating. So she complained that morning to me, and she was like, oh, you need to get him to stop eating so much. You need to care about him like you would want him to care for you and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I feel you. I'll talk to him about it. So we go into the room. I go into the room. My mama go in her room and close her door. I go in my room with him and I talk with him. I'm like, yo, my mama told me this, and I feel like you need to slow down on what you're eating because it's not healthy for you. So he copping attitude. He's like, why the fuck should she care what I'm eating? It's my food. Da, da, da. Mind you, it's not his food because my mama bought the shit. My mama was always the one buying the groceries. His mama was a fucking bum with her ugly ass. That bitch was never doing shit. I can't stand that bitch. Like, that's why she got her ass beat in the courtroom by my mother. You feel me? I hope, I honestly, I hope that bitch dies. Like, that must be like a really fucked up thing to say about somebody, but I cannot stand her. And she knows who the fuck she is too, and I hate you, bitch. If you watching this shit, I fucking hate you. And it's like, I looked at that bitch like a mama. You feel me? And it's whatever. But anyway, so we got into an argument that day. And about the whole food situation. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave go with my mama. So we on our way home. And I'm texting his cousin. I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. He was like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah. He's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm always going to be all right. You feel me? He was like, oh, that's what's up. And I was like, I started to like ease in with the flirt and shit. I was like, oh, for the past few months, I've really been feeling you. And he was like, oh, I've been feeling you too. And then he was like, that's why A is past girlfriends or people he talked to always leave him for me because I know how to treat them better than he treats them and just stuff like that. And I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah, I could snatch you from him in a heartbeat and shit like that. And I was like, oh, for real? I was telling him to make it happen. Like, if you could really snatch me from him, make it happen. Because I wasn't even happy in my relationship. I ain't got to be dead honest. Like, I really just wasn't. It was like the most terrible experience I've ever been through. So I get home and M sends the screenshots of the messages we were texting to A. And A, he comes in the living room. He's like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm like,
oh, it's your sister.
Downstairs.
Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, y'all, that was my sister. But anyway, so yeah, so he his big ass step in the living room, bro, and he like, oh, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Why you texting my cousin like that? What's wrong with you? You with me, not with him. Why you texting him all this flirty shit? It's going back and forth, so we arguing and yelling and shit. And I'm acting dumb. I'm acting so stupid, like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling him what his cousin was saying to me, but I'm not telling him what I said back to him. You feel me? Like it's a one-way story. So he like, why you telling me all this shit that he's saying? What about what you was saying? I was like, I was acting hella dumb. So I'm like, can we talk about this outside? Like, I don't want our parents in this shit because our parents are hella nosy. He's like, nah, fuck that. And I'm like, you know, whatever. So I leave him in the house. He crying to his mama. Like, I don't know he's crying, but like, I take my mama, and me and my mama step outside on the porch, and his mama and him stay inside. So the door is it's not really big, but it's like thin. You can hear what's going on the inside. So all you hear is him crying. He said, but mom, I really love her. You can hear him like snorting and shit, all his boogers back in his nose and shit. Like he was a big ass baby about it. So me and my mama, bro, we low key laughing. Like my mom was like, you see that big ass nigga in there, bro? He crying. I just bust out laughing because the way she said it was hella funny. And she was like, what the fuck you laughing for? I was like, you don't think it's funny? And then she bust out laughing. She was like, yeah, low key. And I was like, okay. So she's like, hey, I know this is funny or whatever, but like, I'm gonna have to bring him out here. And if you want to be with him still, you need to fake cry and make it sound like you really give a fuck about this nigga. So I listened to her. I start fake crying or whatever. I think of something hella sad that happened to me to make me cry. So I would be emotional, you feel me? Because it was only fair. If he crying, I gotta cry to make it sound like I give a fuck, but I really didn't. So I start fake crying and shit. She bring him outside. They start talking and woody woo whoop. And long story short, the nigga forgives me. But I mean, he brung it up a few times like after the fact because you know like they like to bring old shit up back in your face, like or whatever. But I always just ignore him because I was cheating on his ass anyway. To be honest, just because his cousin wasn't fucking with me, that was just an experiment, nigga. Like I wasn't like. There's a difference between talking and there's a difference between fucking. I was talking to all his partners and he didn't even know it. His partners was all up under his titty being his best friends and shit. When low key they were talking to me on the low. So I just let that shit be. But that's it for this video. Like, that's a story telling about how I cheated on that fat ass nigga with his cousin. He used to always say his cousin was bigger than him, but that was never the case. But like and comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more. Go follow my Instagram and my Snapchat, which will be in the link down below, and stay tuned for more stories.